Right, say good morning, everybody. Let's do our greetings first. Let me come a bit closer. 同学们好. Okay, good. Right, let's start with some warm-up exercises. Okay, good. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to the center, look up. 1 and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then tilt your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, okay. Carry on, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. Turn and look behind and hold. The other side. Hold. Turn and look again. And once more. And then come back, slowly swing, turn and swing. Okay, relax. And hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other way round. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, feet together. Hands on your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other way round. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now squat as much as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, wider step. Reach down and touch your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold. The other side and hold. Okay, relax. Okay, turn and bow stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other side. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, back to the center. Then crouch down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other side. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, back to the center. Interlock your fingers. Push up. Bend forward. And then go as slow as you can. Relax and turn to your left. Touch down. Relax, go right, touch down. Back to the center, touch down. Okay, relax. Okay, wrists and ankles. And the other ankle. Okay, relax. Hello, Tim. Okay, good. Right, okay, good. Let's have a little quick go through at least the first bits of the ATA. From the beginning all the way to first cross hands. Okay, so let's follow me. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can, yeah. Okay, good. Start. Obviously, there are still bits and pieces that you need to work on, really. First of all is your pace, okay? Uh, some are faster, some are slower, and you probably would notice that as you go through it. And they say somebody's faster than me, somebody's slower than me, yeah? Now, bear in mind, ATA step normally lasts between 15 to 20 minutes. So when you practice your form, hopefully you've been practicing it, then pay attention to the timing. What I mean is you begin, you look at the time. You finish, you look at the time. And if you finish within sort of 10 minutes, that means you're too fast. Okay? And now you will say, well, why do I have to do it so slowly? Yeah? And I think slow is giving us time to actually feel the movement, feel the steps, how the steps are being executed. Okay, and that's the whole point of doing the long form, is do it nice and smooth at an even pace. At the same time, has a set amount of time span for completing it. Okay, so when you practice, important to try and make sure that you finish no less than 15 minutes. Okay, and ideally up to about 20 minutes. Okay, so it's no less than 15 up to about 20 minutes when you finish the 88 form. All right, and that's the first thing. And second thing is, some of the movements, although we've done it very, very many times, and we still have people that having this little bit of a probably not really understand. All right, first, 88 step. When we make a step, 起势. The next one we do, 蓝雀尾. Now, very often people will sit back and turn. Okay, in the 88 step, we try not to do that. We just simply turn and shift weight at the same time. Okay, and also you can see the hands. Some of us go press the hands down still quite low. Now do remember 8, 16, 24, 88. All the hands that presses down to just about belly button. Okay, so make sure don't sort of go this. All right, it is belly button. Okay, like this. All right, so this is things that very minor things, but we need to pay attention to. Okay, first thing. Second, as we do, like I said, 蓝雀尾, we turn and raise the right hand. Then hold the ball to step in. Okay, now I can see everybody's done it quite well already, but when you do it well, it's time for you to think, why are you doing this? Yeah, it's no point just say I hold the ball and that's it, you know. It could be something else. What is it? It could be a block. Yeah, so do remember, as you turn and raise your right hand, imagine you're actually turning to block, hold the ball, step out, then pang. Okay, so this is the first step, the holding ball. Must have that in mind. Don't just simply raise your hands. All right, and some people do like this. No, it is this. Block, block, block. So in a way, you are grinding on your heel to turn, okay, to about 45 to 60 degrees. And then step in, step out, pang. Okay, good. Next one. Same thing, hold the ball, turn. Pang. Lü. Most people are doing good. Ji. Now, ji, I often get people have this idea. When we say palm to palm, we tend to have the heel of the palm like this. Palm to palm, yeah? The heel of the palm. That's not correct. That is incorrect. Because when you do pushing hands, you will never use here to create the strength. Okay, Steve? Yeah. Pang. No, push hands.
I'll push hands.
Pang. Lü. Ji. See here. Ji. it's on the elbow, but you'll find sometimes when you get to a point where, for example, 捧 吕 ji, you see that there? Can you see what Steve is doing? Palm to palm. There's no power. This is the power. You see here, you push, squeeze. Yeah. If you use the palm here, push. You see, you have no power. So try not to focus on the heel of the palm to do ji, although your hand is close to it. Professor, okay, thank you, Steve. Yeah. Professor Lee always say, when you actually do this ji, imagine your hand, your fingertips are touching the pulse. Okay, touching your pulse. Yeah. So in a way, fingertips. Yeah, fingertips. But the hand slightly angled up so that your elbows is more or less level. Yeah. Relax a little bit here. Yeah. It's all about this rather than this or this. Yeah. Okay. So who's that? Ah, hello, Jane. What did you say? Okay. Which finger is touching the pulse? Okay. If you go to, have you been to a Chinese doctor and you're not well? What does the doctor do to you? Does he tell you, I'm going to use this finger to test? What do they do? What does he do? Okay. But all you have to do is to turn it slightly. Remember, it's as if we are touching the pulse. So you can imagine you go to see the TCM doctor. Touch pulse. Turn it slightly. Okay? That's all you need to do. Touching pulse is not really touching the pulse. It means that your focus is not on your palm. The focus is on the wrist up to the elbow. Okay? So, 捋 ji. I drop this a little bit, yeah, so you can see. Ji. Okay, ji. But I would raise my elbow. But again, like a little hill. The heel goes down to the dip and then go back up to another little hill. Okay, no good. Bad. No good. Good. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you, yeah? Do you need to touch hands? No, you don't. But it's just that where you need to focus a little bit. Don't focus on your palm. Okay, focus on your forearms, especially closer to the wrist. Okay, as you do ji, ji is the wrist, not the palm. I hope that makes sense to you. All right, good. All right, good. Ji, ji. Now, when we do the Tai Chi, when we get good at it, then we need to talk about flows. Yeah, these 彭吕几安 are 4 different postures. However, they are linked up as one. So some of us are instructors. We are teaching it. So we would teach beginners or people who are just gone past the beginning level and starting to get a bit more sort of a training onto a slightly higher level. But when we teach, we probably would say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? But as we do the movement ourselves, we need to bring about flow. We need to bring about continuity. That means, when you get near to the end, you need to starting to let go. Remember I said before, imagine you are going through a traffic light. That is red. You're coming to it, so you slow down, but then it turns green. So without fully stopped, you carry on. Open. Roll back. Push. Okay? So again, is to gauge the timing. Yeah, very often is people do this posture, it's like, yeah. So therefore, bear that in mind. What we say is, when you go to the end of a posture, the resistance becomes stronger. Yeah? Okay? So that means that you are pushing against a spring. Yeah? Curly spring. As you push it, it's quite loose. The further you get into it, the more resistant it gives back to you because it's a spring. Okay? So that is exactly how you should more or less feel in your practice. And this is how we generate the energy flow. Okay? So if you're doing it like, there's no energy here because you don't feel anything in there. Okay? So you must feel as you do pang, here maybe quite relaxed. At the end, you get that resistance here. That resistance here. And then eventually you let go because that resistance gets so great. You let go. And then you slowly build that up again. Pull and swing. That's the resistance. And then you let go. Then you build it again. And then you get, Okay? So I know I make a bit of an exaggeration here. Okay? So please bear that in mind. When you do this squeezing, opening, it's not squeeze, then open. Okay? It is a continuation. You press the red light. You come to the red light and it turns green. So you open and let go. And then start driving away. Okay? And then push. All right? Good. Then single whip, everybody seems to be doing okay. But we'll go through that again just to make sure. And bear in mind, in the 88 step, single whip is slightly angled. Okay? So it's about 10-15 degrees, I say. All right? 提手白鹤亮翅. Okay? Sometimes it is how you make the flow works. All right? So from here, for example, 提手白鹤亮翅, open 1. Step 2, 3. Again, continuity. Okay? No good. Yeah? Feel the flow. Feel the control. Again, this is quite a difficult posture because you have to turn more or less like 110 degrees. At the same time, you need to have full control of your arms, your steps, and your body. Okay? Good. Right, let's do this field posture first and see how we feel. Yeah? Try to feel like what I said about the flow, about the visualization. Okay? From the beginning, yeah.
At the end of do you then float straight into it, or is there a relaxed flow?
Yes, good question, yeah. There is always two extremes. One is you don't stop. You just go. Yeah? There is another extreme is you stop and then you go. Really, most of the postures are just like you driving into a traffic light, which is red. So you can imagine you're starting off everything smoothly, picking up speed like you do. Then suddenly you feel, oh, it's a red light. Okay, I must stop. Oh, turn green again. Oh, let's go. Oh, very smoothly. Oh, red light. Oh, I'm going to slow down. Oh, it's going. Okay, good. So stop or not, it really is the resistance that you should feel. You feel the resistance to the end, and then you gently let go. Now, stop or fast. How do we know whether there is a pause? Yeah? A lot of times is how you feel and how people feel. What segregate the difference between a normal practitioner to a good practitioner is a normal practitioner is all one tone. You never seem to have any climax. Yeah? And for a good practitioner, it means that in your mind, every posture consists of a very slow build up to a climax. And then relaxing, come down. So it's like doing a dance that you have climax and then you have let go. Yeah? Now, like I said, it's resistance on a spring. You can imagine if you push a spring and abruptly let go. What the spring do is to bounce back and hit you. Then it will look ugly. So what do? You know that once you push harder, and then you need to gently let go. Very relaxingly let go, but not all in one. Okay? So that's how you can connect to the other one. For example, 急 and spring, let go. You see here, I could feel the tension. I could feel the relaxation. Yeah? Slowly build it up to here, hook, step, slow build up that tension, then the relaxation. Yeah? So, like I exaggerated quite regularly, it's like, yeah? But that is in the mind, not in the body. Okay? So you need to start feeling at the end of every move. You are building that energy, but not tense ones, but very gently feeling the resistance coming towards you. You have the energy to push it away. And then you let it go gently without let it spring back on you. Okay? Again, this is not something that you can probably do straight away, but bear that in mind when you practice. And then work on each posture and feel the resistance. Feel the relaxation. Okay? Good. Let's start again. Yeah? From the beginning to Lou Xi to Bai He Liang Chi. Yeah? Transition from Tishou to Bai He Liang Chi. Different teachers may have different preferences. Okay? For example, some of us do this. But in the 88, we tend to like to suggest best way to do it in the 88 is open, circle, step in. Okay? So do bear that in mind, yeah? Although different teacher, I always say, recently we come into an incident where somebody make changes. The changes is they probably learn it from YouTube, trying to implement some of other teachers' practice into the 24 step. And that's not good. Yeah? Because every teacher, every form has its own characteristics. You don't want to try to sometimes say, oh, I do it this way. It feels better for me. So I'm learning, putting other teachers' things into it. And then it make it not when that posture in the other teacher's form, it is correct. But in the 24, if you put it in there, it's incorrect. Okay? It's not the posture is incorrect. It's the way it's being done in the 24 step is incorrect. Okay? So that is got to be very clear about this. You can have it bigger, smaller, whatever, but make sure it is the way it should be done. Okay? Here, 88 step, we take on that format of turning, opening, circling, holding the ball. Okay? So please do take that on board. Okay? So, like I said, it's not wrong to do it like this. But I would work it out as wrong in the 88. Okay? It's just like I wear this to a Tai Chi class. Okay? But if I wear this to a pole dancing. Yeah? People think, what are you doing? Why are you wearing this? Oh, I'm going. Same thing, isn't it? It's clothes. You know? They say, I don't wear clothes. So why do you wear clothes? Yeah? So make sure. Only a joke. But this is sort of like an example. So when you do it, the posture may not be wrong, but it may not be suitable in that form that we're doing. Okay? So do remember, open, circle, hold the ball. Okay? Like I said, we still always have leeways for people to do. Open, you don't have to open. Some people are much bigger. Some people are much smaller. So you might open smaller or you might open slightly bigger. That doesn't affect the integrity of the movements because it's based on your body size or whatever. But you should always be feeling that nice and smoothness of circling, rounding up, blocking, opening. Okay, let's get on from there. Yeah. Low Xiao Bu. Again, it's two things in one. Yeah. One is to block. One is to strike. Okay. So, circle, step in, step out. So we must have this in mind as we push forward by to the knees from the back foot. We have this little intention of brushing away and push forward. Okay. Now, some of us tend to have this bending a bit too much on here. Yeah. Some of us tend to do this. Somebody's kicking your groin. Your groin is a bit high here. Yeah. Please do remember, as we go forward with the hand pressing down, it is actually going down. Can you see? Level of the groin. You are more or less protecting your groin as you push it. So in a way, you should really reach down at least the level of your groin. Okay? Level of your groin. So my arm is more or less straight with an only very small curve. No. Okay, so how do we sort of work out? Quite easy. You lock your elbow, push it back slightly. Okay, lock your elbow, push it back slightly. This is the actual position of your arm rather than no. Okay, so please do bear this in mind. Every time you do brush knee twist steps, your hand is nearly level, nearly straight, with only very tiny flexibility on the elbows. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Lock, come back. That's all. No. Good. Brush and push. Can you see where the position is? More or less next to your knee. Okay. And with a small gap between. Okay. So 挥琵琶, next one. No good. No good. Okay. It is a smooth movement. So that means that draw in, rise up, and close. Okay. Draw back, raise arm, close. There's no fancy sort of popping, he's a jolly good fellow. No good, yeah? So make sure, draw, close, very smoothly. Okay, for example, like here as Sue, please, yeah? So you can imagine, Sue comes along, I turn, then, yeah? Sorry, very slowly, yeah. No, we want to show them slowly, yeah? Block, so, yeah? So it is a smooth, it's like a driving maneuvering, going through a bend, yeah? You don't want to keep pop like this, yeah? You want to go very slightly and then come back, yeah? So this is exactly what we're doing. So don't like this, no good. Exaggerated too much, yeah? You want to be as smooth, as round, thank you, Sue, as possible, okay? Second thing is, where do I place the backhand? I can still see a few people. No. Use your fingertips to tap your elbow. Fingertips. Tap your elbow. And then open. Okay, good. So that means that your fingertips up to the palm, center of your palm, is more or less next to your elbow, but I would normally say it's slightly below. So not in the same level, but a little bit below. Okay? And also, try not to tilt your wrist. Okay? Wrist naturally curve up, that's all. Because this is the way it is. Okay? So don't go like this. Relax it. Your focus is on the palm. And the level, remember, if you want to do it like this, then you can tap your elbow with your fingertips. Not like this. Okay? So please do bear that in mind. So those two things. Number one, low C elbow is two process. One is to block somebody attacking your groin. So don't block on your belly because they're not kicking your belly. Even if they do, low enough, you can still block it. Okay? So make sure both things are together. Your arm brushing across as you push together. Okay? Good. And the next also, just do remember your arms, when it ends, it should more or less be starting here. That is already in the shape. So you just simply round them across. Okay? But keeping the elbow lock, come back slightly. No. Okay? So 挥琵琶, no bobbing actions. Just feel like you draw back and then round it in. push. Touching my elbows with my fingertips. Okay, no good. No good. It's too close. This person is a kid. So don't break a kid's elbow. Break a man's elbow. Yeah? Okay? And here, no. Relax. Okay? It curves up, not tilt up. Okay? So you will have no tension on your wrist. Your focus will be on the palms and the concaving of the chest. Okay? Now, some of us also have this problem is like this. They haven't actually, you can say, grasp the essence, the essentials of Tai Chi, which is Han Xiong Ba Bei. Han Xiong means that concaving your chest, stretch your back. However, we need to be very careful about the concaving the chest, and some people would do concaving. No good, yeah? How do we concave the chest? Really, I probably would describe it as keep your chest hollow. Just hollow your chest. And then as we do the movement, squeezing and pushing out at the same time, our shoulders go with the flow. So the shoulders is being stretched forward, not the chest pushing back. Okay? That pushing the shoulders forward, you will feel the back gently stretching out. Okay? I hope that makes sense to you. Okay? Rather than trying to hunch your back, you just simply stretch your shoulders out to the front slightly. Then you'll find the chest is quite relaxed. Your back is slightly stretched. Okay? This is also what we call in the essentials, peng. Okay? Expansion, the peng energy. Okay? You have a force going forward, then you feel the force going back. Okay? I hope that makes sense to you. Go back to the posture, 手挥琵琶. 手挥琵琶 is not just using the arms. It is led by, remember, like everything else, starting from the mind, initiate from the feet, carry through the legs, determined by the waist. And then, carry forth through the shoulders and express through the hands. So make sure the waist is very important. I'll do a slight angle so you can see that. Have a step. Sit. Turn. Can you see here? I sit and turn. My arm is sort of like mindfully dragged back by the body, not bringing the hand back. Okay? That tells us we need to use the waist. Okay? So therefore, half a step, turn. That's where I'm aiming, but this is the point where I am. Except my head is turning back to the center. Because then that gives me chances to close in and come back. Here. It's still not square, but come back slightly. But you must have that turn first. Turn. Squeeze. Okay? Therefore, the mind must start with the waist. Half a step, sit, and turn. Block. Okay, and then come back your waist to squeeze. Okay, so bear that in mind. I see most people doesn't really use the waist that much. Most of us is like this. Okay? This again is visualization. Is how you feel you're using your strength. Is to block, block, block. No, block, block, block. No good. Okay? So please bear that in mind. All right, let's do that again. From here, 楼西凹步. So before we get on to the next one, 半南捶 and 十字手, 如风四臂. So this is the thing, the use of your waist is the primary sort of action in each posture. So what I always like to tell people is before you actually complete the posture, you have a quick sort of thought on your mind on the waist, on the waist. Okay? For example, when I do even with the opening stance, 起势, I would feel the strength travels up and then all the way to my arm so that this energy actually flows my arm up. But then when I squat down, I don't just squat down. I feel the relaxing of the lower back. This is also the waist. Gently pushing out on the Mingmen as I squat. So again, mindfulness. Connect your mind to your waist. Otherwise, people will just go. Then they know that the bum is tight. The lower back is tight. Okay? So relax. Same thing as the other one. As you do peng, when you step out, don't just go forward. You think about your waist. Push with the waist. Step. Push with the waist. Pull with the waist. Squeeze with the waist. Draw back with the waist. Strike out with the waist. Means you think of it. Every time you just have a flash thought on your waist before you complete your posture. Then you connect your body, your waist, your mind together. Okay? Same as here. Yeah? Waist. 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 Okay? So do bear that in mind. Low elbow is the same thing. Waist. Body. Hand. Okay? Just a quick flash thought on the waist will make that connection. Okay? So this is again another way of improving or upgrading your level, because then now you're starting to pay more attention to the connections. Not only the arms and legs, but also the mind and the waist. Okay? So take your time. Don't rush into doing it. Every time you do this, if you're not 100%, tell yourself, okay, think of the waist. Are the waist ready to push? Feel the push? Yes, then push with the waist and transmit into the palms. Okay? I hope that makes sense. All right? Now, next one, Banan Chui, everybody seems to be doing quite well. Now, is to, in a way, this one here, we do this. Hold the fist. We step out. Ban. Lan. Step. Chui. Now, where is the hand? Some of us coming back quite far. But normally we say it's between the elbow and the wrist. Anywhere there. But don't go too far back. Okay? So not next to your elbow, but it's between. I normally tend to go a bit closer to the wrist. Okay? Like this. Alright? But normally we say it's between the wrist and the elbow. Anywhere. So it's halfway. Or slightly towards the front. But don't go too far back. Next to your elbow, no. Okay? Or too close to the elbow. Okay? So this is something you need to bear in mind. Yeah? 如风四臂. You bring the hand down, turn it over, and then move it out and open your fist together. Now, when you move it out, bear in mind, when do you open your fist? It's when the lower hand get near to the wrist. You need to open, and then they can move back together, okay? So go down. As the hand goes down, just slightly in front of your elbow below, yeah? Below the elbow, but slightly in front of it. Come in, yeah, turn. When you get near to the wrist, you open. Then you sit back. You see my hand here, my hand's still quite facing up diagonally. But from here, it's like rotation on the forearm. Not the palm, it's the forearm. Because my hand is more like getting into contact. So we don't want to do too much on the wrist or the hands. It's the rotation of the forearm. And then push out. Okay, so bear that in mind, please. Yeah, so not the wrist. Closer in between, line between the elbow and the wrist. Not next to the elbow, rather closer to the center or slightly forward near the wrist. Okay, and then the hand goes down, but make sure don't be not behind the elbow, close to the elbow. And then we turn the palms up. When it gets near to the wrist, we open the fist. The hand is diagonally, not this, diagonally facing up. And then I rotate my forearm as I bring the hands in so that it can turn to face down. Then press down slightly and then push out. Okay, so bear that in mind. The next one is 十字手, 1, 2, like 24 step really. 3, come back. 4, stand up. Okay, now there are other teachers, they don't stand up, okay? They sometimes just simply come back like this, and then they will carry on to the next movement. But in the 88, we say you stand up, okay? But standing up doesn't mean that totally up. You still have a flexed knee, okay? Your knee still relaxed, because don't forget the next one we do, we need to quite easily soften the knees. If you're too locked up, then it's difficult to soften it, okay? So when you come out, stand up, you still stand up at a softened knees, sort of a flexed knees, okay? So when you go to the next one, you can easily turn and start doing it. Okay? I hope that makes sense. All right. Yes, Angela.
Ask you about punch.
Punch, yeah.
Is the punch parallel or is it come more central?
Very good question, yeah. In fact, your punches is more or less towards the center, but I don't want you to push into the center diagonally like this. I want you just to punch forward and turn your weight slightly. And that's all you need to do. You don't try to aim at the center by itself, like angled it. You actually, 搬, 拦, 捶, you aim at the center, but you use the waist to determine it going forward. So the waist determine it. Don't go in without using the waist. Okay, good. So you're still aiming at the center, but it doesn't have to be flat on the center line. Could be next to it. But again, remember your waist. Think, flash thought on the waist before you punch. And that flash eventually becomes so fast, it goes into the speed of light. You won't even think about it. You don't even remember it, but it's already thought there. Okay? And that's what we try to achieve it, is to think of it enough. Eventually, it becomes automatic without you even noticing you're thinking it. It will move to the subconscious mind, okay? And that's what we want to do, but it begins with thinking about it. So try to learn, try to practice every move before it comes to the end. Think about the waist, yeah? So that your waist is generating whatever power it needs to try to block or strike. Okay, good. Yeah, do you want to go back that way? Yeah, okay, good. Now, really, all these postures are more or less in the 24 steps really, except the first one. Okay, 抱虎归山, 斜蓝雀尾. Okay, now, like I said before, these in other traditional long forms, it will be classed as one posture. But in the ATA, we actually sort of call it two postures. First one is 抱虎归山, yeah, like 捞肖步. And then the second one is diagonal grasp the peacock's tail. So in a way, it's more or less just doing the same thing, yeah, except the angle is slightly different and the transition from the cross hands, yeah. So just to be clear about how this transition should be, okay, from cross hands, like I said earlier, the knees are flexed, okay, not totally locked. So you are able to turn and squat quite easily, okay? So what do? First thing first is we turn the left toes in together with the body. But we don't need to transfer the weight, okay? So we don't want to go like transfer the weight like this to the right and then come back. We just sort of glide or grind on the left heel because that helps us to squat as after we turn and starting to circle the inner hand, which is the left down, and reach it out at the same time as we flip the right hand over. Okay, good. Now, bear in mind the angle of your movement. We are more or less facing the same direction as we started, when we first started. But the hands of the brush knee twist step, or here we call it 抱虎归山, embrace the tiger back to the mountain. Yeah, it is the hand after we turn, we squat and circle the left hand down and out, but not to the front, slightly angle back. Okay, to the left angle. And then at the same time, turn the right hand over, press it down to just below your elbow. Okay, and step in. And then step out diagonally to the other side. So I think most people know is to the side, slightly angle more to the right. Okay, and 抱虎归山. And then 捋急按. This is exactly the same as we do in 蓝雀尾. Okay, the only slight difference, some people may think that way too, is when we focus brush knee twist step or 抱虎归山, we have a little difference of, you can say, focus. All right. So instead of brushing somebody's kick and then strike back, we more or less start from here. Okay. So what I mean is, as we turn, we squat down, circle and turn palms, step out. From here, we imagine we are actually pulling something away. Circle it out as we push forward. Okay? It's more like you're throwing somebody away. Throwing somebody away. Okay? So that's a slight difference in the thought process. Okay? But we want to do it more or less like 搂腰步, but except that little thought process is slightly different. Okay? So be aware. Don't shift your weight. Just simply turn your body and toes. Sit on your left leg. Step in and reach out. Step out and fold. Then imagine you're dragging and swinging somebody away. Dragging, swinging somebody away. Then you go back to the same process of 捋急 and. Okay? So this is the things that you need to pay attention in the 88 step. Now the next one, 早地看谁, it is like waving hands. Make sure we complete the process of waving hands. Sit back, turn, goodbye. Sit back, sit across. As we say goodbye, we step in, as if you're ready to do the single whip. Yeah, that's why I just got into the mode, single whip mode, yeah? But it's not single whip, do remember. But the process here is two waving hands, one waving hand cycle. Goodbye, goodbye, okay? And you step in, okay? So bear in mind on that. Now when we step, just like, let's say if you've done the 42 step, this is a diagonal step. So when we actually turn, the circle is diagonal too, right? Because you can't really to the side, so it's still diagonal. But what I mean is when you step in, remember where you drag your foot in, yeah? You step back to more or less the same point. Although you don't have to be totally at that dead on that point, but it's close to there. So you come in, you still step diagonal, but not to the side. Diagonal point. Hello, good morning. Come in, come in. No. They are coming to meet Faye. Is Faye not here yet?
Not yet.
Probably not. No. Yeah. No, she's not here yet. Hiya, it's Jillian. Yeah. Yeah, no, she's not here. Yeah, wait in there, have a cup of tea or something, yeah? Okay, sorry. They are going down to London for the demo tomorrow. Okay, good. So please do bear in mind, all right? This is 88 steps. So waving hands once, waving hand twice, step in, and then keep this hand more or less still, as the hand still facing back. Okay? And then just right block, pong, but then turn as you step. Okay, like this. More or less shoulder level. So pong, and then turn your palms out as you finish stepping. Okay? Because your hands is like this, so it's quite easy. You just drag it down to the side, slightly in front of your hip. Okay, so that's quite easy. That's the little step. A lot of people are not doing it very clearly. Okay, so turn, open, then follow behind. As you turn your body, remember what I said? Turn, slap. The palm is facing out. Naughty. Okay, slap. All right, yeah. Okay, this one, just drag down to the side, slightly in front, as if we're doing low C elbow. Yeah. Okay, so bear this in mind. 1, 2, goodbye, step in. 3, open, step out. Pong, turn, step, all together. Okay, and then drag it down, follow step and slap. Then sit back, pull down, the palms goes from behind and chop out into a heel stance, heel touching heel. Okay, so this is the very subtle stepping. Okay, now you can imagine here, naughty, but in fact you slap to block, you grab hold of it, pull it down and straight back. Okay, good. Now, some people may ask this question. Is the fist right under the elbow? Yeah? No. Okay? It is slightly out. So, under, slightly out. Under, slightly out. Will be fine, yeah? Because if it's under, it becomes very tight here. Okay? So therefore, although you go over the fist come under the elbow, but aim slightly below and slightly out. Not like this. Slightly out. Okay? So therefore here, although we say fist under the elbow, you can imagine the fist is formed by clenching to assist an attack
So, Terry,
with the palm.
is your knuckles pointing down then? Or if you grab and pull, so...
No, just this. Like a fruit machine. Okay? So, yeah, so it's pulling down, yeah? So it's like Fred, yeah? Yeah. If, for example, Fred punches with the left, I tap, and then what I do, I ka-ching, yeah? Ka-ching, yeah? Just like this, yeah? And then just chop. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so you don't have to turn it down. You still have the, this is the thumb, let's say, yeah? If you're doing it like this, the thumb is slightly angled in. Okay, yeah, not flat, not totally up. It's slightly angled in, yeah? Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, yeah? And this is called fist under the elbow. So these two are probably the most complicated one. And then repulse the monkey, most people can do it. And then this is called oblique flying. Okay, good. Right, now bear in mind, all this turning, every time involves circling to hold a ball. Try to open and close. Okay, except the first one. Remember this one here, we do this. Okay, because this hand is already quite far in front. Yeah, so to go back is a little bit more difficult. So therefore, we just simply go like this. But if not, then most of the movements, for example, like 班篮捶, 班篮捶, 篮捶位, you see here, sit back, open, circle, step in, step out, 捧. Okay? I hope that makes sense. All right? Do you want to just try these two first? From here, all the way to 走底看捶. Yeah.
And it's something that this move here, and you're grabbing. Does this one come inside?
Yeah, come from inside. You see here, when you go this, yeah, you turn as if you're going to pong and slap. Okay? This one here, you draw down, slap, draw down to the side. Here. Like 老師有步, like 野馬分鐘. Okay? So don't go anywhere else. All right? So you come open, slap, draw down to slap. Okay? And this one here, remember, don't go too far back. Still slightly in front on the side of your hip. Okay? Slap. And then from here, you clench, you go behind. And chop. Okay? Good. That's it, yeah. No, it is up. Okay? So strike. All right? Yes, good. Pull back. Yeah. You pull back and strike at the same time. Pull and strike. Pull, strike. Okay? Good. Again, when I notice a few people This is okay. This is okay. But then, no. Okay? You need to detach them and try to work out what you're trying to do. Okay? Watch me. Can you see? I don't do this. I do these. Drag him down, spam, strike. Okay? Give him a bit of stars on his head. Yeah? Not doing him like ballroom dancing. All right? Good. So when you get to here, you need to imagine you're dragging him down and slap, or you can say drag him closer and slap on his face. Okay? So don't take him for a dance. All right? I hope that makes sense to you. All right? Please bear that in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slap. Drag down, slap. Drag down, slap. Don't go. No. Okay? Relax it down and slap. You can see here also there is a priority. Which one is the priority? Is this one. You useless thing. Yeah? Okay? So why do you have to hold this back on? Useless thing. Yeah, no good. Yeah? So let it go. Let go. Bam! Slap on it. Let this go and slap with this hand. This is the priority. Then you shift the priority from dragging and then striking. Okay? This one here is very much like 手挥琵琶, doesn't it? Except you have got a fist below and it comes in from a different angle. That's all. It ends similar, but it has different functions. But you can base on that to keep your hands in the right shape. No. Good. Okay, no. Good. All right, good. And then repulse the monkey. It's like the 24 step. And then next one. Yes, I know bad habits are often difficult to correct or to change. Yeah. So, yeah, but just keep practicing. Maybe the easier thing you need to remember is this. Here. 1, 2, 3. Here, 4. Okay? 4. Your hand here, slightly out, slightly in front. No. No. Okay? So especially those of you instructors who are actually teaching it, this can be a step that you can emphasize on. Strike, slap. Okay. All right. And then come back, sit, clench, chop. Can you see? Okay. So bear in mind this, no this, no this. Yeah? Side, slightly in front, slightly out. Slap. Okay? Good. Slap. Wake up. Yeah? Okay? So bear this in mind. Now, get to the next one. After we, where were we facing? We were facing this way, yeah? That way, da, da. Go back to the same angle now, yeah? Step in, step out. Slap. Sit. Chop. Okay? We pose the monkey. 1, 2, just like the 24 step. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? The next one, very often is we tend to step cross our legs. What I mean is, very often is we go like this. No, because you're fine. Once you spin, your leg is on this side. You're going at the angle. All right? So what do? We are actually stepping the same like we do in repulse the monkey, except we don't step as far. This time we just step back slightly behind the front back heel. Yeah? With a small gap. Okay? Can you see? Yeah? Slightly behind with a small gap between them. And then like this. Okay? Okay? So what do we do next? In the 88, we tend to spin these on the toes, on the ball of the foot. So it'll be like this. See? Both balls of the feet. And then straight away, you're aiming at that angle already. Okay? But if you do this, the foot's gone. You're not aiming at that angle. Okay? So please bear in mind, even this one here, you're stepping back, not stepping cross behind. Okay? So from here, exactly the same as like I said before, circle, step back, hold the ball, spin, step out, split. Okay? Now, again, this is called oblique flying, 斜飞式. Doesn't it look like 野马分鬃, part the horse's mane? Doesn't it? Yeah? But there are differences. Although, when we do it very similar. But again, the mind comes into play, which means that you need to think what you're doing. Okay? So that's very important. So when we actually finish this, we circle and hold the ball. Again, no. Yeah? Circle, step back, spin, step out. This time, although we're doing this, but now where my thing is doing here. Start from here, determined by the waist, deliver through the shoulders. This time the back of the shoulders and to the front. Okay? You might not be able to do it because you're already quite square, but the mind go through it. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. So from here, the correct side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then 提手. It really is more or less the same as the one we did before. Okay, the only slight difference is the hands is slightly in a different place. So what can you do? You again make a half a step, turn this palm, relax it, and bring the other hand up, just about in line with your elbow, but slightly below. Turn this palm over and make a half a step. Then as you sit back, you open it slightly and then close again as you do it. Okay? Watch again. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Really more or less the same like the one before. The only difference was the last one was like this. Same thing. Got to here. Open. Close. Okay? So that's the slight difference. Because this one here is already in there. You just need to turn it over and then open to close. And that open and close, again, is more to do with a very subtle feeling of expansion from inside and then contraction to deliver from the inside. Okay, watch again. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 白鹤亮翅 remember, open, close. 楼西凹步 just the same. 海底针 draw back and 三通背. These are exactly the same as you would do in the 24 step. 撇身捶. Okay, so from there, everything is more or less the same as we would have done in the 24 step. Okay, except slightly different connections, but they should be the same. But when it comes to 撇身捶, it is a flowing, circling, like a spiral, like a 12. Okay, so when you do these postures, when you do the posture of 撇身捶, make sure you need to feel the 12. Okay, where were we? We were here. 三通背. 1, 2, 3. See here. 3, 4. Okay. So this is like boom. Okay. So no good. No good. Okay. No lift, strike. It is circle, strike. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Like hitting the drum. Okay. Boom. Except you put in steps, and that's all. All right. 1, 2, circle, 3, 4. your hand. Do you have to touch? You don't. As long as you rest near to the forearm. Okay? Some people like to touch, it's okay, but the touch only very gentle because we don't want to create too much tension. Okay? So just like, imagine this is a support of this hand for the strike. 撇身锤. Okay? Yeah? And then 斑斓锤, same thing. No. Not in the 88 step. 斑斓锤. Again, open, close, step, 捧, 捋, 挤, 按, 单边. Same thing, step in, step out, strike. Yeah, I think everybody's doing quite well. Yeah, and just bear in mind, another thing is when you do Santong Bei, don't turn too much. Okay, you're still quite square in a sense. All right, so it is still quite square rather than this. Yeah, no, good. Okay, you're still pushing. All right, so bear this in mind as you strike. So don't rush into turning so quickly before you actually complete that. You need to complete the move to show that you are doing it. Okay, good. And 斑斓锤, 斑斓锤. Now you can see 斑斓锤is very similar to 撇身锤, doesn't it? Yeah? So 撇身锤, it is more like an attack. 斑斓锤 is more like a block. Can you see the slight difference? Yeah? 撇身锤, we try to come from the outside and sort of quite a bigger swing to strike. 斑斓锤 is come from the inside to block. So just like block. So that is the slight difference in strength and the mindset. Okay, so one is this, and excuse me, strike, ban, just this, ban, body, and this, ban. Okay, 撇身锤, boom. Swing, strike. Okay, so when you do the 撇身锤, try to imagine you have a big twirl.
So you say one with the shoulders and one with the elbow.
Not the shoulders. You don't use the shoulders. You still use this, but your arm becomes a bigger swing, so that you create much bigger force. You can, if you imagine. If you understand what I'm saying, yeah? So we still don't want to lift the shoulders. We still think about rotating the shoulders and then ends to transfer through the arms, yeah? That's it, yes. Still about the level of your nose bridge of the nose when you finish off, yeah? But 斑斓锤 is just more like this. Can you see? Slightly smaller frame work. Okay, then 撇身锤. Okay, so this you could see probably like a hammer fist. Yeah, like a hammer, bang, straight down. This one is more like a little flick.
Short arm, long arm.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Good explanation, yeah, short arm and long arm, yeah. But just bear in mind, when you do this, make sure the elbow doesn't come up and down. It is just rotate by the elbow, relax, and then rotate by the elbow, ends with the fist. But don't lift. Don't try to transfer the energies and get it stuck on the elbow. Yeah, so this is a bigger way of doing this fist. Then ban. Okay, a slightly smaller lan, cui, ru feng si bi like we did before. Okay, and also bear in mind the circling of your holding balls before you get onto the next one, peng lu jian, and single whip. Okay, right, let's go through that again. Is that my phone? Somebody's phone? Eh? Oh, it's your phone. Oh, okay, yeah. Your secret lovers are looking for you.
I just want to wish you happy birthday.
Oh, it's birthday today. Oh, happy birthday. It's Fred's birthday today, so happy birthday, Fred. Okay, good. Right. Let's start from the beginning to there, and then we will carry on doing waving hands, single whip, 高探马, high pat horse, okay, and the 2 kicks. All right? Yeah, let's do that together. All right? Good. Okay? No, you need to go over that way because you'll be going this way. Yeah, from the beginning. Yeah, so go back a bit, otherwise you'll be going into the, yeah. From the beginning, right from the beginning, to all the way to single whip, waving hand, single whip, 高探马. Okay, and then the toe kicks. Yeah, okay, ready? Start 起势. Lan Che Wei. Dan bian. Ti shou. 白鹤亮翅，楼西凹步，手挥琵琶，楼西凹步。Third, 手挥琵琶。Okay, I'm going to move next. 斑斓垂，如风似壁，十字手。包虎归山，斜蓝雀尾，肘底看垂，倒转弓， Third. 斜飞式。提手。白鹤亮翅。楼西凹步。海底针。三通背。转身。撇身锤。斑斓锤。蓝雀尾。单边。云手。1 2 3 4 5 单边。Hang on。高探马。右分脚。左分脚。Okay, relax. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. Do you want to start again, but this time not from the beginning? From single whip, waving hands 5 times, single whip, 高探马，分脚。Okay?
One diagonal,
Yeah,
and the other one's diagonal.
both diagonal. Yeah, okay, good. Now, waving hands, I guess everybody do quite well now. Single whip is the same, yeah? Now, 高探马, the step is like this. Half a step behind, still keeping your hook sort of in place, except you're relaxing it, that's all, yeah? Half a step, 1. And then as you sit back, you turn and open your hooks while you're turning your palms. Okay? 3, fold and strike. Okay? Now this one here is called there's two one of the thing is called face striking palm. Okay? High pat horse, the name suggests we are patting the face of the horse, and the horse is very high, very tall. Yeah, you hold on to the rein, and then you just tap it like this. Okay, so that's why it looks like what we're doing. All right. Now, very often is we tend to have this little habit because we say fold your arms next to your ear and then strike. Same as brush knee twist step. A lot of times we go here, but bear in mind, this is not a step. It's only when, as instructors, we're teaching, we break it down so that we remind people to bring the hand in to the near the shoulder, because it's just like if your car breaks down and you want to push it onto the side of the road, you're not going to push it like this because there's no strength. Okay, you would put it close to your body and push it. So that's the whole point of folding your arms. Okay, so same here. We fold the arms is to equip our power to be able to transfer straight onto the palm and then into somebody's face, in a sense, yeah, or somebody's neck. Okay, so therefore, this is not a step. You don't have to sort of bring it in like as if you're stopping here for rest. Okay, and some people in other lessons or whatever, they tend to have a little habit of bringing in behind the ears, yeah, which is no good. Yeah, do remember your shoulders has to be relaxed. So therefore, when you fold it wherever the hand comes in, that's enough. You don't need to try to pull it back next to your ear. Okay, so in a way, it's more like it's near your face rather than your ears. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Although we tend to say, oh, ear and abdomen, but maybe sometimes people get confused. Yeah, it's just, oh, ear, like this. No. Okay, you just need to bring it in close to your face. But bringing in close to your face is not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to bring it in to strike out. Okay, so therefore, you don't need to stop here. All right? 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, in and out, 3. All right, so it is important not to think of the hand next to your face. Think, come in to go out. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. Yeah, so this is one thing you need to pay attention to. Yeah, half a step, sit back open, fold to push, fold, push to strike. Okay, at the face level. So you're more or less seeing the back of your hand. Okay, so this is the striking face. Sorry, in front. Yeah, in front. So your hand is in front of your sort of belly button. We pose the monkey more or less on the side, but because we turn, looks like it's on the back, but because we turn, yeah, like we pose the monkey, yeah, but in fact it's on the side, not on this side, next to your button, belly button, navel. Okay, but here is more or less in front of your navel. Can you see? Like this. Now this hand, there's always an argument about distance. Okay, and some people like to keep it very close. Somebody give a bit of gap. Yeah, some people got slightly further out. And so what is the what's the correct? Yeah, there's no such thing as correct here. They're all correct. Yeah, as long as they're in the front and they're close to your belly button. Yeah, as long as it's not out like this, they're close in. Yeah, and then they go out. That's enough. If you're closer, that's okay. A little bit further out, that's okay too. As long as it's not too far. Okay, it is like this. So that means that your elbow is close to your body, but not touching. Okay, so this is the little guideline here. Some people like to, yeah, and you may see Professor Lee's book. I think I'm sure you all read it, yeah? 2 copies, actually, very good. You see, they read one in the morning, one in the evening. Yeah, you might look at his pictures. Sometimes the pictures looks like he's quite far out. Yeah, and I've actually asked him about this, and he said, don't look at the pictures because it's the angle. Sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Okay, but what he's saying is, as long as it's in front of your belly button, whether you're closer, a bit further out, that's okay, as long as it's not too far. Okay, so a small gap, very small gap, or a big, slightly bigger gap, it's okay, as long as it's not like this. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so this is the Gao Tan Ma, where the positioning of your hands. But what is the point of this? That's the main thing. Why do we do this? It's quite straightforward. Imagine somebody comes at you with a punch. You press him down along with his coming force. You change his direction of his punches. At the same time, because very often they punch and you press him, he go forward. And then what you do, you just reach out and hit his face. Simple. Okay? Press him down, strike him back. Okay? Press him down because you're here. So press him down, press down, strike back. Okay? And again, the hands you can see here is come in and curve down. In and curve. In and curve. Curve in and out. Okay? So you see Tai Chi is always in curves or roundness. Okay? Never come in and down or never straight down. Alright? Come in and curve down. Come in and go out. Curve out. Okay? And you also have people doing this with the hands slightly angled. Yeah? The difference will be, for example, like Steve. For example, Steve punches. I press him down. Some people would strike him like this. Some people like to chop. Okay? So that's the slight difference. Press. Strike. Okay? Chop. Okay? Good. Thank you. Yeah. But I know some people like to do the first one with this, and then you come back to the halfway through, or coming to near to the end, you've got a second one, and some people do it like this. Have a little change, yeah? But I've checked on the teaching material, the book. It seems that both are indicated to be this. Okay? So therefore, we'll stick to this. Okay? And Professor Lee teaches that as well. All right? So therefore, both will be like this, rather than one this. Okay? But you might find somebody do it like that. But based on the teaching material, it is this. Okay? Based on the book. All right? But, somebody doing it like this may not be wrong, but it's not the way it's being written down in the material. All right, in the teaching material. So therefore, you might find a lot of people practicing ADA say, oh, I do it this way. Okay, good. Now, the next one is standing on kicking with the toe kick, yeah? In fact, it's the same as the 24 step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Except 24 step is heel, 88 step is toes. Yeah? Now, it's the next one that you need to be a little bit aware. It's not difficult, but you just need to be aware how it's connected. Okay? Same thing as we bring the toes in, we squat. Sorry. I'm getting a bit tired. Maybe time for lunch break, actually, yes. But don't worry, we'll carry on for a little bit there. Come in, hands down. As we squat and bring the hands out, yeah? Toes in, hands in. Step down, hands up. But this time, can you see? Yeah? Up and down, all right? Like this. But also, again, once we get used to it, it becomes a little curve. Not 1, 2. Okay? 1, 2 is when you teach. Then 1 is when you practice. 1. Da. Okay? So bear that in mind. The next one is the same. Turn to open. Step in and close. rise up to kick. Okay, so just bear the first little bit in mind. Is kick, curve in, curve out, open, step in, toe kick. Okay, good. Shall we go start from the beginning all the way to where we left off? Just have a use it, do it gently as a warm up. How's that? Yeah. Okay, good. Sorry. Okay, so just do it gently. Yeah. Okay. Are you ready? 起势。捋，急，按，提手，白鹤亮翅，楼膝凹步，手挥琵琶，楼膝凹步，手挥琵琶，斑斓垂，如风似壁，十字手，抱虎归山，斜蓝雀尾，肘底看垂，倒转弓，斜飞式，提手，白鹤亮翅，楼膝凹步，海底针， 山东背，转身，撇身垂，斑斓垂。蓝雀尾，单边，圆手，单边，高探马，右分脚，左分脚。Okay, relax. Right, okay, I think so far everybody's doing well. It's getting better, yeah? So do bear in mind all the things that we talked about in the earlier session about some of the little details, yeah? One other thing I would also need to pay attention to is waving hands. When you do waving hands, the top hand actually go past at least the level of your mouth. Okay? So not too low like this, not like this, yeah? So make sure it is a little bit higher than your shoulders. As long as you don't block your eyes. Okay? I hope that makes sense, yeah? And so it is like up past the chest level to show a little bit higher than your shoulder, and then down to the shoulders before it goes down. Okay, so you can see here as you do the waving hands, there's always a little curve here. Circle, up, curve up, down to the shoulders, then carry on down. All right, so make sure 1, 2, 3. I can see, but not here. Okay, so it is slightly higher, and then out to press down to shoulder level before it gets down. All right, now bear in mind, waving hands is like a pump. Okay, a lot of times when we do the circle, we tend to use the hands but forget about the waist. Okay, so you can see here, the thing we do here is this. Right, turn your waist and then come past to the other side. So it's more or less just about the mouth level, or no, at least slightly higher than your chin. Okay, not on the chest. Yeah, so bear that in mind, all right? Because otherwise you won't have a curve down, all right? So you need to have a little higher, just about the mouth. And then to the other side, curve down to the shoulders and carry on down. Okay, so you can imagine this is like 彭吕几案. Peng, yeah? 吕 an. So you get at least very, very distinctive three functions. 朋 吕 an. Okay, so is this the application? I think it's more to do with the energy too. Okay, so you have a 朋 energy. 吕 you have a diversion of energy. So that means that you have an energy going sideways to divert. And then you have that press energy. You press down. Okay? And that's why we need to sort of, as we turn, we have a little go out to 吕 before we press an. Okay? Some people just go like this. There's no 吕. Okay? Alright, so this is the energy you need to pay attention to. Okay? Good. And I think so far everything's good. Alright? And obviously the hip sometimes need to be careful, especially your knees and everything. When you step up, very important to keep the knee in line with your toes rather than closing in. Okay? So you should have a little sense of opening up here so that your knee is slightly pushing outwards to do a square. Okay, good. And then your hook is about shoulder level, maybe a touch higher. Okay, about shoulder level or a touch higher. Okay, not like this. Okay, good. And you can see here, both are more or less the same length. Okay, good. Now, some people will ask, how big do we open? Yeah, as long as it's slightly bigger than the 90 degrees. That's all we need to worry about. Okay, so 90 degrees, but a little bit more will be fine. Some people go a bit further back, but don't forget, if you do that, don't try to pull this. It is your waist that's slightly going sideways, but we don't need to be too twisted to the side. It still comes back. So it's as long as it's slightly more than 90 degrees. Okay, that'll be enough. If you do it 90 degrees, it's probably a bit too small. Yeah, so you want to turn your weight slightly to allow the hook back. In fact, that gives you a guideline about your waist and your hip. So that means that your waist and your hip is not fully square. Because you hold this hand, you turn your hip and waist slightly out to move the hook back. Then you know it is slightly angled as long as you keep the knee straight. Not this turn. Okay, keep it. Turn it slightly, we'll be fine. Okay, good. Right, so far any questions? If not, we'll carry on from here. Turn, heel kick. 露膝腰部摘捶白蛇吐信. Okay, good. Let's do that together. From there, toe kick. Yeah. Ready? Toe kick. Step back. Turn. Up. Heel kick. 露膝腰部. Second one. Jin bu zai cui. Planting fist. 转身。白蛇吐信。Okay, relax. Right, okay. Now, first thing first, when we do most of the spinning in the 88 step, we tend to spin on the ball of the feet. You can call it ballet dancing, yeah? And some other routines, they tend to sort of step back, turn on the heel, okay? And the toes. But in the 88, we tend to say, according to the teaching material, is on the ball of the foot, of the feet. Okay? But the only thing you must be careful is, although we do the turning on both balls of the feet, but make sure no weight transfer. Okay? So after you kicked, you come in. This time you can cross. Okay? But when you cross, is really, you're not really deliberately make a sort of swing cross. You are still stepping back, but diagonally past the front heel of the supporting leg. That's all. Okay? So it's still diagonal step back, but past the supporting leg's heel. Yeah? So kick, step back, past the back heel. Now at this point here, you give a bit of distance. Okay? But when you spin, you use the ball of the feet. Okay? Like this. But never do this. Okay? Shift. And then come back. No. Okay? So you are still spinning on the right foot, but keep the weight on the right. Okay? So this is the way of the spinning. However, I know most people are very sort of used to turning on the heel. Is it really matter? This one I suspect is not really that important. If you want to turn on the heels, I guess you just have to do it that way. But bottom line is, make sure that you keep your weight on the right leg as you spin. Okay? And ideally, if possible, stay with the toes rather than the heel. But if you can't do the heels, I guess it's not a big major problem on this. Okay? Because that's not something that's very noticeable. Okay? So from here, toe kick, step back. You see my hand? I'm still open. Only close when I spin. Yeah? Rise up. Then heel kick. And then toes down. Hands. Squat. Step. Push. Okay. Now you may notice if you have Professor Lee's 88 step DVD, you'll find him doing this. Yeah. So he does this. Kick. Okay. You can have a look at his 88. Okay. 88 step. If not, buy one. We sell them. Okay? But yes, both are acceptable. Okay? Because some people find the way Professor Lee do it is very difficult because you balance yourself much longer. Okay? So it's not necessary you need to do this. You can just simply close and then ready and strike. But if you find your body balance much better, after you finish straight kick, now 2 angles, turn and straight heel kick. Yeah? 1, 2, 3. Okay, next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I noticed 1 or 2 people, when you do the folding arm, you go a bit too high. Okay? Like this. There's no need. Okay? Remember, when your hand goes out to shoulder level, you start to roll your elbows or roll your hands in and push. Okay, so you don't need to go up and push. All right, so this is again a little bit of a habit because then you become a rolling rather than pushing. All right, make sure. Doesn't matter what you do, whether you circle like Professor Lee or you can just close. Come in here, fold. Elbow doesn't go up. Fold, push. Fold, push. Okay, same thing as the second one. Come in, don't go up and like this. Fold, push. Okay, now the one after the next one, 摘取, is the same thing. I think a lot of times we tend to have this misunderstanding. I'm planting something down, so I must go like this. No, yeah? From here, 1, 2, 3, same thing. Yeah, same. From here, you directly punch out in an angle, 4. Okay, good. So it's not as if the name suggests planting something into the earth. Yeah, so you do, planting. No, yeah. Still like 搂腰部, except it turns into a fist and punch. Again, is the mindfulness. Your mind, the hand goes out, comes in, you imagine you're striking out somebody's chest. So your mind feels the hand is striking forward. But here, you imagine, you bring your hand in close to your shoulders and punch down to somebody's head. Okay? So therefore, no need to roll it like a wave. This one here is very simple. Fold, punch. Okay? So your mind is about punching rather than rolling and planting. Although it's called planting fist. It's like punching into the ground, but you know it's not planting directly down into the ground because it's diagonal. Okay? Unlike Sun style. Yeah? Sun style is different. Sun style is like, yeah. But still, Sun style doesn't go like this. It still comes to the chest or shoulders. From here, you punch. Use your waist to punch. It's like pumping. Yeah? Because you can imagine if you put it like this, you pump it, there's no strength. Okay? Yeah? I hope that makes sense. Go, okay? Good. Let's go through this few posture again. Bear these little things in mind. Okay? Kick, step back, diagonal, passing the supporting leg or foot. And then turn on your toes in a ballet sort of twist, but make sure keeping the weight on the back leg. You can move slightly, just like the one here. It's the same thing we say, don't move your weight. But if you don't move your weight, you can't really turn. You can still sort of naturally move it slightly to allow the turn, as long as you don't sort of make a point of it. If you know what I mean. Here is the same thing. You can still move back slightly, but make sure you don't make a point of it. You just very gently, but you know quickly you need to put the full weight back on it. Okay? So 2 angles. It's like a funnel. Let's put it down as a funnel. Okay? Like a funnel. This is the funnel. This is the end of it. Does it make sense? The body has to be naturally angled. You'll never get a square. Actually, going back to that, it's the same thing. Like I was noticing quite a few of us are doing the same thing. 手挥琵琶. Yeah? Very many of us 手挥琵琶. Very square. Remember, you are actually turning to the side and then close in. But if you look at my shoulders, many of us are like this. Should be slightly angled. So you don't really get 100% square. You always have a small angle in order to keep your balance. Yeah? So therefore, when you kick the heels, you don't kick straight. There's one you will, coming to the end. 十字蹬脚. Yeah? But apart from that one, all the kicks, even if it's straight, your body's still slightly angled. But it's how much the angle is. Only slight angle to help you balance, that's all. It's not trying to create an angle to create a kick. You're still kicking forwards. But with a small angle, it helps you balance. If you're too straight, it's like, you see? Okay? So I would say your body should keep about 15, no more than 30-degree angle to the straight kick. Okay? That way, it helps you balance better and helps you feel the strength and energy better. At the end of the day, is how you align your body to create that maximum power and strength. Okay? So therefore, unless you are doing the one towards the end, 十字蹬脚, otherwise, all the kicks, whether it's toe or heels, the body is still slightly angled away from the kick. Okay? Kicking to the corner, kicking straight, yeah? It has nothing to do with the angle of your body. It's just angle of your strike. But your body will always be angled anyway, relative to the kick, the direction of the kick. Okay? Does it make sense? Okay, good, yeah? Now, doing quite well. But remember, relax a little bit more. I think everybody's starting to really, really tense here. You know? Yeah? Remember, this is actually a transition. When the power starts is when you're starting to depart from, this is the aeroplane terminal. This is the takeoff point. Okay? So you can imagine what happened when you sit in an aeroplane, leaving and moving away from the terminal. There's no going like this, yeah? It goes quite nicely, and then takes off, yeah? So in the mind, it's the same thing, yeah? So after you have done these, make sure you're still all nice and relaxed. Comfortable and relaxed. Starting to slowly build up and then take off. Okay? No good to go as if I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you. By the time you say that and get there, the person's gone. Yeah? Because he knows you're going to kill him, so he runs away. Yeah? So please still remember, relax. Slowly build the power up in the mind. Okay? Yeah, good. This is from softness to hardness. This is the willpower slowly building up. But you need to build up from relaxation. Okay, good. Bear in mind, Yang style Tai Chi is what we call a big frame, open frame Tai Chi. So when we do the postures, needs to be nice and open. Nice and open, no. Yeah? Next one also, when you do the Jai Cui, same thing. Open, strike, open. Okay, so bear this in mind. You need to be nicely extended. We're not doing Sun style, we're doing Yang style Tai Chi. So we need to show the gracefulness. Not to say the Sun style is not graceful, yeah? Sun style is just purely compact, yeah, more cute. Yeah, cute. Yeah, it's like a cute girl and a fair, graceful lady. Yeah, Yang style is a lady who's very, very graceful. Sun style is a lady who's very cute. Yeah, yeah. The ladies. Yeah. Okay. So please bear that in mind. Open, Yeah, and then when you do the movement, don't be afraid to reach out, push, extend. Okay, so bear that in mind. Next one, 白蛇突信. Be clear about the steps. Okay, after we have punch down, especially those of you who are instructors, where you're teaching it, maybe you want to be a bit more detailed on the step. Yeah, punch down. First thing first is sit back, turn toes, turn body and waist, draw the fist back slightly to about the level of your diaphragm. Okay? At the same time, you raise your hands. Can you see here? My hand is like this. As if the sun is too shy, too bright. Okay? Like this. Not like this. Palm faces the light diagonally. Okay? As if the sun is right in front of you and you're blocking it. Okay? So bear in mind, number one. You could also in some way imagine, go away. Yeah? Although I'm not saying you need to use any force, but you can imagine the turning and drawing back as if you're going to strike somebody. Okay? Not that you have to, because it's only a transition. Yes?
Where's the weight on that?
On the back leg. Yeah, on the back leg. Yeah? So you're actually sitting back. Yeah? Oh, sorry. Here. One. Turn. Draw. Two. Shift your way back to the left. Bring the top hand down. Raise your lower hand up. Two. And then starting to circle. Three. Toes out. Or heel out. Toes down to strike. 4. Push and draw. 5. Slight angle. I would say about 15 up to 30 degrees. Now, can you see here? Doesn't it look like 撇身腿? It is exactly 撇身腿. Yeah? Why? Traditionally, 白鹤, 撇身腿 and white crane, white sticks, split its tongue. 白蛇突信 is the same posture. It would have been like this from before. Yeah? Where were we? We were here. Before. Pierre身垂. 白蛇突信. Okay? Before, the difference was 撇身垂 with a fist. 白蛇突信 with a palm. So therefore, Grandmaster Li Tianji, when it came to restructure the 88, he felt that because it's so same. There's no point of doing the same thing except fist and palm here. So what he did was he based it on the name 撇身垂. He just kept this one in the 撇身垂 and kept 白蛇突信 as it was. Okay, so therefore, this here is exactly the same. The only difference is we don't do a bow stance in the 88 before we push out. Okay, we do a sort of like a 三体式, but you still need to do 撇身垂 So that means that you need to do that a little bit more swifter. Step, toes, then forward to push. Okay? Yeah, so please bear that in mind, all right? So this one here is still like 撇身锤, not 斑斓锤. This time it's like, out. But then quickly, you open and push. And then split the tongue. This one here is strike out on the heel, ends on the toes, and then push and draw. So in a way, you sort of end your hammer fist when the toes touches down, and then you can open and strike. But again, this is about visualization, mindfulness. What are you trying to do here? And that is the whole point of the exercise. Turn. 1. So this is the side, from there to the side, but you want to turn a bit more because you go an angle, you see. 1, 2, step in. 3, raise your fist, touch heel, strike. Mindfulness. Do you want to put the foot down? Is your mind? No. Why do you need to worry about your foot? You worry about who you're going to strike, how much he's going to get hit, yeah? So you strike. As you push forward, strike until the toes touches down. That is just like a trigger, like an indication that you need to start pushing and drawing. That's all. And then once you finish, you sit back and punch. Okay? Hope that makes sense, yeah? So just remember, your heel touches down is the point you're ready to strike. Your toe touches down, it indicates you finish hammering. Then you end with both stands, push and draw. Okay? Any other questions? If not, go through that. Yeah, sorry, Vicky. Hiya.
That last pump strike, is it straight? It's not angled. Straight.
Which one?
It's not technique piece.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah, still angled. Yeah, still angled. Yeah. Still angled, yeah. That's right, yeah. Yeah, you'll find when you do this, strike to an angle, you don't want to push to the angle. You actually push it towards the center. Yeah, to block and then strike again to the angle. So therefore, when you push, your hands actually go slightly back in towards the center, but not totally to the center, if you understand what I mean. Yeah? So from here, yeah, you push. You see from here, angle, but I want to push slightly towards the center. And then I can come back and block to strike. Does it make sense? Good. Okay. Now, this one here, bear in mind, especially like people like Sue, who is teaching. So you want to be quite clear about the step by step. Yeah. For those of you who are teaching this form now. 1. See my hand? Doesn't it look beautiful? Yeah? Gorgeous, I know. So you need to do the same, yeah? So don't rush it like as if there's no patterns there, okay? So make sure you need to build that nice flow at the same time, grace into that movement, okay? And it's very important. So therefore, 1. This is a move. 2. From here, looks nice. And as you shift, you bring your hands in. Look, nice and smooth. And then step in, step out, strike, push, punch. Okay, so don't rush into, make that nice flow. So you could probably look at it this way. If a photographer comes along, taking photos, and once suddenly he catch you on this move, you should look very graceful and handsome, like me. Yeah, not like, yeah, it's, oh my God, what's this? Yeah, so therefore this is a little step maybe you want to teach your students is 1. Good. Okay. The next one, you might think is just like simply go up and down. Yeah. Here, also have a little swirl, like a twirl. Yeah. So it's just like, shoom. Yeah. Okay. So when I draw back, I come in, and then I have a little sink. I have a slight curl, and then meet, step, strike, push. Yeah, you need to build that little flow in it. Okay, nice, relax. Only you can do it when you're relaxed. Okay, draw back. That. Like 42 step, Chen style, If you're tight, you can't do it. Yeah, but if you're relaxed, see, yeah, relax. Same here. Come in, little curl. Bam. Okay. This is difficult, but you take your time to learn, to practice. Okay. Most important thing is be relaxed, because that is not the priority. The priority is when you get to here. This is the priority. Then push. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. And then when you finish pushing, make sure the hand is not like this. The hand now this time is upright. Press and upright. Okay. Good. This time your arm is upright. Okay. Good. And let's do that again, everyone.
So,
and then, yeah.
when you push from here on here, rather open hand.
Yeah.
And then change it to
That's it. Open hand. Yeah. Open hand. And then as you come back, you clench, push. Push. See? Clench, and push. Okay? Good. So that is, we call it 一气呵成, when it's one qi. That's it. Okay? I think so far it's not bad, yeah? But remember, I think Angela here, Pearson tree, try not to. No. It is no. This is Panan tree. So you need to raise over, strike. That's it, yeah, okay? So that's the slight difference. Ban, Pearson tree. Can you see the difference? Bam! This one is a whoop, strike, yeah? Okay? So you can see here, you do 2 in the one go. Ban lan cui, ban, 搬懒捶. Okay? Next one. No circling, no holding ball. Sit back, forward, step in, rise up, heel kick. Okay, so from here, open, extend, come in, rise up, kick. Okay, so this is right heel kick. We're actually doing exactly more or less the same angle as 白蛇突心. Okay, more or less. But this one here, you can do probably a bit more, say about 30 to 45 degrees. Okay, 30 I would say probably ideal. All right, no more than 45. Okay, so remember, 搬篮锤 is back to the center. This is 搬篮锤. Remember, not here, between here and here, but closer to the front. Okay, and then sit back, open, forward, expand, step in, cross, rise up, open. Okay, and next one, 打虎式. Now, again, because we were kicking to the right angle. Okay, so therefore, when we step back, we are sort of again stepping back, but past the supporting leg. That's all. We don't twist across it. Okay, we just step back on it like this. Step in a sort of, if I was facing this angle, I would probably just step back like this. Yeah. Okay. How far do we step back? Just a small gap. Okay. I would normally say the knees are more or less next to each other. That's probably a good space. Okay. The knees across is more or less next to each other. If you're stepping too far back, you might have a problem transfer your weight. Okay. As long as your knee that steps back is either next or slightly behind will be fine. Okay, not in the front like this. So it's no good to step back like this. Yeah, sticking out the knee. All right? All right? So now we kick to the right corner. When we step back, we bring the back hand, the left hand over to this. As if we're doing 手挥琵琶. Okay? Similar to it. Okay? So watch again. Heel kick. Step back. Squat down. Okay? And then what do we do? Now, these are the steps that we need to be clear, especially those who are teaching. Sit on the back leg. Lift the front foot. Turn and step to the side. Yeah, this hand swing open as it swing to the left, and then cold two fist, punch, and both stands to the side, and you turn to look back to the right. Okay, good. Now, this one here, we kick to the corner, but we more or less turn to face this direction. So it is quite a big angle to turn, not 90 degrees, a little bit more than 90 degrees. 90 plus 30. That's why I don't suggest you kick too wide an angle, because if you kick too wide, you have a lot to get back to 90 degrees on this side. Okay, so watch me again. I'm going to go back to the correct side. So it'll be like this. Heel kick. 1. Looks like I'm crossing my leg, but remember what I said? Because we're stepping diagonally back. So it would naturally look like it's crossed. Sit back. Shift weight. Lift front foot. Step and turn. Open your hands. Hold fist. Punch. Both stance and look to the right. Okay? Yeah. You're facing this way, more or less. Like this. But you just turn to look to the side. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. That's it. Yeah. Okay. I think this one here, a lot of us are still very rigid, like Chris. Poor Chris, yeah. Remember, when we do Tai Chi, we have an essential, is called softness and hardness, solidness, okay? So you need to segregate the difference. They interchange as we move, okay? So when we strike, that is going to be a solidness, or yin and yang, which is the yang part of it. But then you need to get into the yin of the posture in order to get to yang again. So pay attention. After you have finished kicking with the yang energy, you need to feel the yin energy. Can you see? Some of us don't come near me, yeah? So you need to feel the grace in your movements, okay? So therefore, the hand goes like this. Look at my hand. Back hand. Little curve to the front. And relax the front hand. See? Nicely relaxed. You don't need to use strength. You don't need strength to do that, yeah? So relax. Okay? As you step back. Okay? So that's very important. Otherwise, you'll be very, very rigid. Yeah? Chris can bend your elbow a little bit. Yeah, not too much. Just flex your elbow. You're going, yeah, that's it. Yeah, good. Like this. No. Good. Okay? Can you see? No. Good. All right? So, number one, from yang element to yin. Once you have yin, you have much better balance. Then yang. Okay? So make sure you need to feel the relaxation and then slowly build up that mental power. Okay? Good. Again, everyone? Yeah. Yeah.
When does the weight move back into the right foot? You've done the kick.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point? I mean, is it back? And
yeah.
How soon does the weight move?
When your hands are in the front.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, again, it's the timing. Where you, after you kick, yeah, you step back and bring the hands forward. Once you touch down, you're already ready. But sitting back, where do we sit back? Okay? Step forward, strike, strike. Okay? So again, in your mind, you need to be clear about where the strength is. Okay? Okay, let's do that again. Relax, relax, relax. That's a little bit of a disaster. Look at my body. Yeah? Some of you, or most of you, me. Yeah? So don't turn your waist back to the angle. Keep it at ease. You only move your hand. Yeah? So kick, step. You see, I hardly move my waist. Yeah, I'm still there like this. I'm not this. I'm still this. Okay? And then when I move, sit back, my body hasn't really turned much until I turn to step. Then my waist starting to go into action. Strike. Okay? So do remember, kick, your body is slightly angled. Keep it on that angle. You only just do the arms. Let the arm and the steps work. But don't turn your body back to the angle. Okay, good. Relax, yeah? Now, do remember, you are doing a bow stance to the side. So don't go like this. Yeah? Good. So practically, I'm doing it facing the screen as I do this. Although I come back slightly with the waist, but my bow stance is facing this. And you can see a small gap. Okay? I hope that makes sense. All right, good. Do it again and carry on to the next one. We do twice, don't we? So kick. Yeah, kick. From the kick. 錯咗啦 ，Ivy， 你嘅手都唔啱啊！收翻嚟嘅時候，手喺後邊唔係前面。係啦。Okay, let's do that again. Fred, that's wrong. Yeah, this one not going out. That's 弯弓射虎. No, 打虎式.
Oh, inside.
Yeah, good. Yeah. What? This one is one. Okay, good. Now, both. You can imagine one is to hit on the head, the other one hit on the ribs. Okay? So it's slightly higher than your head. Slightly higher than your head. This is about the diaphragm, the level of your diaphragm, as if you're punching the floating ribs. Now, how do we transit from one 打虎 to another one? Let me just show you, okay? I'm going to do it on this side so you can see, all right? Sit back, bring the top fist out, turn one. One slightly higher than the other, okay? As if you're punching, boxing. Okay, both fists are facing out. Okay, good. So one. Okay, one is about the face level, the other still near the chest. Okay, one. Relax. Then shift weight, step in, reach out two. Yeah? Palms. Similar. Okay, two. Step, three. Forward swing, four. Five. Okay, so you do exactly the same as the other side at the end. It's the transition. The transition is sit back, lower top, one. Shift weight, push out, step in two. Step out three, forward, four, punch, five. Okay? Punch. More or less the same time. Yeah. More or less the same time. It doesn't have to be, no, you don't. You can more or less do it at the same time. You can have a slight delay in one, but it doesn't have to be like 1, 2. Okay? So from here, ends together. Yeah? Okay? Good. Let's do that together. How's that? Yeah. From here, kick, heel kick. Yeah. Step back 1. Shift waist. 2. Step out. 3. Forward. Punch. 4. Sit back and turn. Drop the top fist. 1. Push palms out. 2. Step in. Step out. 3. Open forward. Strike. 4. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit, not too much. Look to the side. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right, relax, yeah? Now you may ask the fist. This fist is more or less on the ribs. Of course, with a gap. The top here, no. Or no. Okay, good. Slightly higher than your head. This is more like your diaphragm as your punch. Okay, good. So therefore, make sure both sides are the same. 1, 2. No. Good. Come back slightly, just legs slightly back. Turn. But don't turn too much. Okay? Yeah? I hope that makes sense to you. All right? What do you mean you turn your head, not the body? You do turn your body slightly. Look, because you're here, yeah? Step, turn, come back, come back. You still turn your waist slightly, yeah? Except the focus is not so much on making a big turn. Okay, I hope that makes sense to everyone. Your lower, no. Bit more level. Level with your, no. Yeah, horizontal, like close to horizontal. That's it, yes. Just about the diaphragm. No. Yeah, good. All right, good. The other one is slightly higher than your head. Okay, good. Okay. Right, okay, good. Yeah. Now, like I said earlier, just to re-emphasize, is like when you finish kicking, you have this young energy. Then you need to learn to relax and let go, entering the yin phase. Yeah? So your arms, I notice some people, there's no changes on the top, except it just look different. How does you feel? How do you feel? Yeah, absolutely. Quite a few of us are doing this. You need to feel in here. Yeah? Nicely, as if you're lying on the beach. And then strike. All right? And then the next one is the same thing. Don't push it. Let it happen. Power. Sit. You know, no. as if, hold on, wait, you know. You need to let go. You need to let the tightness go. Power, mindful willpower. And then you need to feel the gentle relaxing of the fist, the body, the mind. Push, still gentle, relax. And then now starting to build. Okay? That happens in the mind and then delivered through the body. Okay? One more time. We'll leave it for today and then it gives you time to practice for next week. All right? I hope most of you can come here so I can go. Yeah. Okay. One more time. Yeah. Okay. Good. Kick. Start. Yes. Feel the relaxation. Feel the flow. And then slowly build up mental power and then relax. Give out. And feel. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Fred, don't forget hitting the ribs. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Good. Okay. Good. This one could be a little bit higher. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, like this. Good. Okay, good. Okay, relax. Good. Okay, well done, everybody. And I hope you had a good training session today and get some insights to the practice. Okay, so yes, if you can keep practicing this week, plenty of time, yeah, to try and to think about what we have discussed and explored. Then hopefully next week we will finish the next half, and then hopefully it will help you improve your practice. But don't forget, you need to start working on it now, otherwise you will forget by the time you come next week. Okay. Good. Okay, good. Any questions before we end today? No? Okay then. 同学们再见。